best part of my day is being able to do the work I want to, like the things I'm interested in.
When students have freedom, like really good things happen.
It kind of gives you that creative authority to take your learning into your own hands and be able to do what you want and what you love.
Self-directed learning is many things. So it is the opportunity for kids to have a lot of agency and choice in their educational experience. They take the same curriculum as everybody in our province, but during the school day and school week, they have lots of choice with where they work, when they work, and how they demonstrate their learning in various subject areas. So their day is very open, and through negotiation and conversations with a teacher advisor and a classroom teacher, they are sort of navigating the week in a way that makes sense for their educational goals for that week or semester or year.
I am essentially a coach for a bunch of students wanting to learn math. Certainly when I walk into this building, I really don't know what I'm going to be particularly doing that day, but when the student walks in the building, they know, you know what, I'm on this part of my math journey. I need to make sure I get this test done tomorrow. That's my goal. I need to make sure I go see Mr. Radom in the math grade hall today because I've got to get some review done. There's a few things I don't understand. The ownership of the learning is more on the student. And so the teacher is more of a mentor than they are like this person that knows it all, and I'm going to instill all that knowledge on my students.
For the most part, classes are more seminar focused. We'll hit the highlights. I will go over key points in class, but then the details we can fill in as we're going along, and it depends on what they need. Everything I do is now focused primarily outside of the classroom on individual students' needs. They would choose the topics that they're working on, how they're working on those things, and how they're going to be evaluated.
Yeah, I'm really not the person who can go from class to class to class every day and keep my focus. Usually I have 2 to 3 open blocks a day, so I have like 3 set classes. I go into the class, I work on some of the stuff in the set classes, and then on my open blocks, I can work on whatever I want. If I was perfectly ahead on English, but I was behind on math, so I can work on math and get ahead. If you're ahead in math, then you can work on English.
I just had an open block and I had some physics homework to get done, but I also had a meeting that I had to do with a teacher. So I met up with the teacher and I did my homework, and it was a productive block, and I really like that about self-directed learning.
Really enjoy open blocks because it's like an opportunity for you to get a lot of work done that you might not want to do it during set blocks.
I just feel more relaxed that I'm not surrounded in a classroom by a bunch of people. I'm just by myself and I'm doing my work at my own pace.
I ensure I get my work done by using a planner, and I write down what I'm going to work on, where I'm going to work on it, and what teacher I'm going to ask for help for each block of the day. And then I look at it throughout the day to just keep track of what I should be doing, who I should be asking for help.
Really, I think it supports the full spectrum of kids, those that need additional support, to those that need us to get out of the way and let them fly and really sort of harness their passion and do some really creative things.
I always expected self-directed to be very on your own pace, no one else's but yours. But there's a lot more group projects. You can collaborate with a lot of different students more often.
You kind of do have to have self-discipline, but there's always teachers there to help.
We can see our TAs whenever we want.
For the most part, we support the students in the main work areas. It's a group effort, so we have a number of teachers in the area, the work areas, that can teach the same subject.
I support students in a lot of different ways, a lot of conversation and one-on-one work with a student to find out sort of how they learn best and in what ways they want to learn, and then making it personal for them.
If I had to choose one word that really encompasses my whole self-directed learning experience, I would probably choose liberating.
We're not in the classroom all the time. We're outside in the great halls. We're outside of the actual school. We're on the fields. We're wherever. We're working and we're collaborating together, which is why this approach works best for me and for a lot of other students.
So I like being able to really run my own day. It means a lot to me to be able to dictate what I do and when.
And you really just get to have a completely different environment, and it prepares you for what university is going to be like.
Why I guess it's worked so well for my child is just the flexibility, and it's turned him into a very independent student. I really feel he's ready for university. He schedules his day, he knows exactly what teachers he needs to go and talk to and work with. I would say a big part that helped with the journey of being a self-directed learner for my son is our TA model. His TA teacher, she has been wonderful. She's like his TA mom, and is really good about sort of those morning check-ins and making sure that they know the expectations and how to plan their day and fill those open blocks and sort of model that with the students and reinforce it with the students.
Self-directed learning did have challenges in the beginning, as with anything new. There's growing pains for everything, but for him it was the best fit. My son is gifted as well as learning disabled, so he just needed to try something different. And he felt successful with this program. And when you are struggling day in and day out to find something you're successful at, it doesn't get better than that, especially for a parent. I think that for my family, it's the only choice. It has given my children the power to be in control of their education and still given them the support to get through it. I think that you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by trying it.